Hear the right, O Lord, attend unto my cry, give ear unto my prayer, that goeth not out of feigned lips. Let my sentence come forth from thy presence. Let thine eyes behold the things that are equal. Psalm 17, 1-2. David opens this psalm with an urgent appeal for divine justice. His words carry the weight of someone facing false accusations and seeking vindication from the only true judge. The first phrase, "Hear the right, O Lord," presents David's case as righteous. He does not ask God to overlook his sins or show mercy despite wrongdoing. Instead, he claims his cause is just and deserves God's attention. The word for right means righteousness or justice. David believes his position aligns with God's standards. This confidence in approaching God characterizes believers in the Lord. John writes, "And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us." 1 John 5:14. When believers pray according to God's will and righteousness, they can expect divine attention. David continues with, "Attend unto my cry." The word attend means to listen or pay close attention. His situation demands more than casual notice. The word cry suggests urgency and distress. David faces circumstances that require immediate divine intervention. The phrase, "give ear unto my prayer," reinforces his request for God's attention. David uses three different expressions to emphasize his need for God to listen. This repetition shows the intensity of his situation and his desperation for divine help. He qualifies his prayer with, "that goeth not out of feigned lips." The word feigned means deceitful. David's prayer comes from genuine conviction, not manipulation or pretense. He speaks truth before God, without attempting to deceive or misrepresent his circumstances. This honesty in prayer marks authentic faith. God knows our thoughts and motives before we speak. Jeremiah declares, "The heart is deceitful above all things, and desperately wicked. Who can know it? I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways, and according to the fruit of his doings." Jeremiah 17, 9-10. Believers must approach God with complete honesty. Verse 2 contains David's request for divine judgment. "Let my sentence come forth from thy presence." He asks God to pronounce the verdict in his case. Human courts do not always deliver justice, but God's judgment remains perfect and true. The word sentence refers to a legal judgment or verdict. David trusts God's court more than earthly tribunals. He knows God possesses complete knowledge of his situation and will render a righteous decision. The phrase, "from thy presence," emphasizes the source of true justice. God's throne represents the ultimate court of appeal. No higher authority exists to overturn his decisions. His judgments carry eternal weight and cannot be corrupted by bribes or political pressure. David concludes with, "Let thine eyes behold the things that are equal." The word equal means upright, fair, or just. He asks God to examine all evidence and render judgment based on truth and righteousness. God's eyes see everything without distortion or prejudice. Human judges may be deceived by false evidence or influenced by personal bias. God sees the complete picture and judges with perfect knowledge and absolute fairness. This passage teaches believers to seek God's vindication when facing false accusations or unjust treatment. Rather than taking revenge or defending ourselves through worldly means, we can appeal to the divine judge who sees all things. Contemporary believers face similar situations requiring divine intervention. Following David's example, Believers can present their cases to God with honesty and trust His perfect judgment.